Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles, and welcome to the video for every blue card from Dominaria. This is the second video following the white one, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to check that one out as well. I went off on a few tangents, so let's see what happens here with this one. Starting out with Academy Drake, 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer with kicker 4. If it was kicked, it enters a battle with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Alright, okay, it's a Talarian Academy Drake, nothing exciting there. 5 mana, Academy Journey Mage. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard, so it only costs 4 then. And it enters the battlefield, return a creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Yikes, this is garbage. You gotta spend that much mana for this crap limited effect? We don't choose who comes here, we choose how long they stay. Oh, good job, Academy Journey Mage. The Antiquities War. Interesting. What is going on there? Alright, 4 mana. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Remove an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. And the third is artifacts you control become artifact creatures with base, power, and toughness 5/5 till end of turn. Cool! So this represents the two brothers building up a massive army of artifacts and then going to war with each other. Are those two things pressed together supposed to be the two halves of the Thran Power Stone that was busted apart? Mishra had one half, Urza had the other half, and when Urza ascended to Planeswalkerhood, actually both fucking halves fused into his eyes. Crazy. Arcane Flight, the Flying Cat. 1 blue to give a creature flying +1/+1. Alright, so this is straight up an improved version of the old school enchantment Flight, and I agree, this is a good one. Artificer's Assistant. 1 blue for a 1/1 flyer. Whenever you cast a historic spell, scry 1. Oh wow, that's actually pretty solid. And it looks cool too. He's got a little wand. He's holding it. Here you go, here's your wand. Befuddle. 1 blue, 2 colorless. Target creature gets -4/-0 till end of turn, draw a card. The trick of talking sense into Keldons is getting them to hold still. I learned that from Rada. Blink of an Eye. Oh, that's some funky artwork. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the spell is kicked, draw a card. You know what? I don't like the art. I mean, at first I saw the eyes and I'm like, that's kind of funny, but it's like blink of an eye. Oh, well, we'll just put eyes in a minotaur that's being teleported away. That's a fail for me. Cloud Reader Sphinx. Its head looks so hilarious compared to its body. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Not perfectly reasonable, Sphinx. Cold Water Snapper. 6 mana for a 4/5, hexproof. For generations, the inhabitants of Orvada have hungered for turtle soup. For generations, the turtles have frustrated their ambitions. Yeah, you ain't going to be having no turtle soup with that guy. It's massive looking. Alright, Curator's Ward. 1 blue, 2 colorless. Enchanted permanent has hexproof. When enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, if it was historic, draw 2 cards. Interesting. Deep Freeze. 1 blue, 2 colorless. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 0/4, has defender, loses all the abilities, and is a blue wall in addition to its other colors and types. That's fucking cool. For Cryomancer, studying the Ice Age isn't just an academic exercise. That's neat. It turns people into a wall of ice. I enjoy that. Diligent Excavator. 1 blue, 1 colorless. Whenever you cast a historic spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. Archaeologists don't just dig in the dirt, they excavate time, scraping off the years grain by grain. Great. Great. So explain to me how the fuck an archaeologist uncovering random artifacts takes cards off your opponent's decks. How does that fucking flavor work? You didn't even fix it in the flavor text. You didn't even fucking try. You're not even trying. Divination, your standard 1 blue, 2 colors, draw 2 card spell. Ugh. Alright. Homerid Explorer. Hey, Homerid. That's funky. Alright. Those guys were from Fallen Empires. Grab people. 1 blue, 3 colors. When Homerid Explorer enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Homerid spread northward from Sarpedia as a climate cooled, raiding coastal settlements for supplies. See, that's how you do it. That's how you show in flavor text why it makes sense that they're being milled. They're raiding for fucking supplies. People are losing shit. In Bolus's Clutches. What a stupid fucking card. Oh, god damn it, this card pisses me off. I mean, not the ability. I'm totally fine with an enchant permanent taking people's permanents. I like that. This is dumb. Enchanted permanent is legendary. Liliana, your contract is in default. You belong to me now. Serve or die. One boring character that's overused to another boring, overused character. Can we fuck off with the fucking Gatewatch? And yeah, guess what? Bolus is wrapped into that too. It's like we want to have the most diverse game ever, where we go to all these different worlds and we keep going to different worlds, and we don't want to spend too long in the same world because we can't do much with it. But we want to drag the same 8 fucking schmoes and 1 supervillain through every fucking world. Why? You lazy cunts. Karn's Temporal Sundering. 6 mana. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Cool. Centuries ago, a quest to harness time became a spiral into chaos. That's true, actually. Karn was a silver golem created by Urza. He was sent back through time in time experiments. The experiments that Urza did caused massive, massive repercussions. This artwork represents it amazingly. This is one of the nicest pieces of artwork I've seen in a long time, and I imagine it's going to look absolutely incredible in foil. Merfolk Trickster. 2 blue flash. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent controls. It loses all abilities till end of turn. Interesting. Saved from destruction by 1 planeswalker sacrifice. The illiterate colony. Did they really call it illiterate but just spell it with an E? Oh god. They forswore the taking of life because they were saved once. Alright. So I won't kill a guy, I'll just drag him into the water so he flails around, and it's like, it's not taking his life. Ugh. Ugh. The Myriad Conjecture. 5 mana. Alright, what do you do? First ability, return target instant card from graveyard to your hand. Okay. Second ability, return target sorcery card from graveyard to your hand. Alright, with the Mirari, sure. Third ability, until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Cool, but underwhelming. Makes sense with the Mirari, but underwhelming. Nobbin. Yeah, Nobbin on that dick. Nobbin, Dean of Iteration. 1 blue, 1 colorless for a 2/1. If a wizard entering the battlefield under your control causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh my god. Snapcaster much? Alright. Nerumeha. What kind of a fucking name is that? Nerumeha Master Wizard. 4 mana, 3/3 flash. When it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, and it gives other wizards +1/+1. Okay. Meh. Opt. Oh my god, the artwork on this is amazing. Showing an older like statue of Teferi or something. It looks like it's like Teferi from the past, Teferi from now. And he's sitting there. He's sitting there in that moment. The crystal pulsed with the power of Teferi's Planeswalker Spark. Had Joy given him a blessing or a curse? This is the crazy thing. Teferi sacrificed his Planeswalker Spark when that temporal rift, all that stuff happened from Urza's experiments and the Sundering. Years later in the Time Spiral block, that's when Teferi fucking sacrificed his Planeswalker Spark to close the rift. Now somehow it's enclosed in this little like this crystal that he was holding, and then it's contrasted. You've got him in the past there holding a staff, and then he's there right in front of it holding the same kind of staff. It's slightly different looking. He's slightly different looking. Past, future. I really enjoy the way they did this with the art. Precognition Field. 4 mana enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library whenever you want. Very cool. You can cast the top card of your library. It's instant or sorcery. Whoa, cool. 3 mana, exile the top card of your library. This is alright. This isn't too shabby. Relic Runner. 1 blue, 1 colorless. 2/1. Can't be blocked if you've cast a historic spell this turn. Her knack for tampering with words got her kicked out of the academy, but they also got her back in. Oh, she has a knack for tampering with words, does she? How does it activate? If she hears a story about history, she can unlock words. Fuck you! You're fucking stupid bullshit historic crap. You shoved 3 fucking types of cards that don't make sense together because you realize that it would suck if you just did it with fucking sagas or something. So it's like, oh, artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. It's stupid! Because it fucking ruins the flavor. This card makes no fucking sense now. None! Relic Runner. It's a saga. I heard about Urza in the past, and now I magicked a door. Fuck you. Rescue. 1 blue. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Alright. With just a few seconds to escape, Darren saved Herkel's editions on restoring physical objects from ash. Oh, that's cool. I mentioned a Herkel. I like that. Sage of Latinam. Oh yeah, right on, right on. This is a good place to bring him back. And as a fucking common, the cunts used to print this guy as a fucking rare. They put him in 8th edition as a goddamn rare. Now at best he's uncommon. Sack an artifact to draw a card. Totally. Though it was laid to waste by the brothers, many schools of magic trace their origins to the College of Latinam, including the first Tolarian Academy. Alright. Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. 5 mana, 3/3 flash. When it enters the battlefield, you can exile a historic permanent you control. If you do, return it under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This fucking merfolk flashes in, and it can remove a fucking part of history. Oh, the Brothers' War, that history? I can remove it and bring it back. What? What? How? You're just a dumb merfolk fish. Fuck you. Slyn Voda, the Rising Deep. 8 mana for an 8/8. Wow, that actually fucking hurt. 2 mana kicker. When he enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return all creatures to their own hand, except for merfolk, krakens, leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. Yeah! Octopuses? I thought it was octopi. Is it plural not octopi? Is it octopuses? Octopussies? Anyways, the flavor on that card's great. Syncopate with new amazing artwork with Teferi on it. Hell yeah. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, and it's exiled if it gets countered. The fire spell stuttered and broke. Its pieces reached Teferi out of rhythm. Meaningless. The fire spell stuttered and broke? Ugh. Ugh. Fuck the flavor text. 3 mana for a 0/4 flying Dijin that gets +1/+0 for each basic island you control. Oh, neat! This makes me think of the Serendib Dijin, where it was like 1 blue, 2 colors for a 3/4 flyer. If you had 3 islands out, this would be a 3/4 flyer. That's neat, and it gets bigger. Wow, this actually seems really solid. The first to arrive on Dominaria from the distant home. The Marids are the oldest tribe of Dijin and the most respected by storm and sea. Yeah, they're the water Dijins. All right. Tetsuko Umezawa, descendant of Toshiro and Tetsuko. Or Tetsuo, I should say. Tetsuo. So Tetsuko. All right. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Well, that's interesting now. Power, if they have either a power or toughness 1 can't be blocked. Ooh, he would go well with like those 3/1 soldiers and shit as well. My ancestor Toshiro used to say, life is a series of choices between bad and worse. I'm a master of making great bad choices. Time of Ice. God damn, I love the artwork on this card. I did a video on this one. So this one I like. The first 2 abilities tap target creature and opponent controls, and they don't untap for as long as this is out. And the third ability is return all top creatures to their hand, the big freeze, and then the thaw. I like that. Tolarian Scholar, 3 mana for a 2/3 with a douchey man bun. I guess you gotta have, even man buns need to be represented in Magic now. Tolarian Academies embrace a tradition of study and research while discouraging the kinds of experiments that ruin the original island of Teleria. Alright, well this card clearly exists just to transmit flavor, and I'm fine with that. Unwind, 1 blue, 2 colors, counter target non-creature spell, untap under... Oh, hey! Untap lands. This is like those free rewind spells from the Urza's block. Vodalian Arcanist, 1 blue, 1 colorless. Tap it to add a colorless mana. Spend this only cast an instant or sorcery. Oh, cool. Very cool. This actually reminds me, what was that? I feel like there's an older merfolk that did this as well. The Vodalian Emperor attempts to be insular. The scholarly Volshokast are the exception, using education as an antidote to xenophobia. Weight of Memory. 5 mana. Draw 3 cards. Target player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. In lives that have stretched for centuries, there are bound to be a few awkward silences. Okay. What? This whole fucking card just feels like bullshit. Look at the artwork. How does Weight of Memory attach to this? How does the flavor text? Like, Teferi's got his hand out. Like, they're literally engaged in conversation. It's not a moment of awkward silence. Whoever writes the flavor text for Magic the Gathering now is a fucking idiot. Whoever the team of flavor text writers are, you fucking fools. And you fucking suck at your job, okay? Just so you know. You're garbage. It's annoying. Wizard's Retort. 2 blue, 1 colorless. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard. So it becomes a full-on counter spell if you have a wizard. The second mage learned to dissipate blasts of lightning. Ugh. The first mage learned how to harness lightning because she's cool. The second, because that's in the red one. I know, I remember from reading the other one. Fucking God. The flavor text game has gotten so weak. 6 mana, Zahid Dijin of the Lamp. You may pay 4 mana and tap an untapped artifact you control rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Oh, that's cool. The concept of it coming out of a lamp. Very neat. Flying. I do as I please, little mortal. Do go on about your wishes, though. They amuse me to no end. Alright, that's good flavor text. What the fuck? Why is there Blessings of Belzenlock in the blue? What the fuck's going on here? Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If it's legendary, it also gains lifelink until end of turn. Alright. I'm confused. Alright, Temporal Machinations. 1 blue, 2 colors. Return target creature to its owner's hand. If you control an artifact, draw a card. The Cabal soldier blinked and found day had become night, and he had a face full of thistle seeds, and the old man was nowhere to be seen. Flavor text is written by fucking retards. Is that supposed to look at the artwork? He's blowing that magic, so that's him like sending him through time. Great. So he gets sent back to the top of the deck, right? No, to your owner's hand, sorry, not the deck. To your owner's hand, which means they have to pay mana to cast them again. So the Cabal soldier blinked and found day had become night. He had a face full of thistle seeds. What they're trying to make it sound like is that he just kept running and running and running through some kind of time warp or whatever. And then when he finally, like, times changed and I've been running through a bush and now I've got all this stuff in my face. No, because if you got sent to the owner's hand, then they have to cast you again, which means you would reappear with no memory of anything and there wouldn't be any thistles in your face because you'd be fully healed and undamaged. Dumb flavor text written by a fucking moron. Alright, so that ends the blue and 1 black card. I don't know, maybe there's 1 blue card that's missing from my spoilers. Be aware that right here it's totally possible. So could be missing 1 card, but we're going to move on to the next color and see what I like and what annoys me. So thanks for coming by, guys. We'll see you for the next one.
Hey Perk fam, it's your boy Lettuce. You know what it is. And together, we're the 6th color of magic.
We the best cardboard!